It's Terry Armstrong, one of the co-founders of TCM Products, coming back to you again in 2023 to start our streaming and podcast series. First of all, I want to apologize. We were gone for a while. We had some really good things happening for us in 2022. Required a lot of our attention and time, and we just lost track of being able to get back to coming on here, streaming some video, creating some videos, and sharing kind of our perspective on some things. There will be a change in 2023. Last year, we created content and videos under the banner of Lemons to Lemonade. Talking about the stories of perseverance. We're actually going to broaden that whole identity for this platform. We're going to start calling it TCM Talks or TCM Man Code 101. And the whole purpose of that is that we want to expand the conversation around a bunch of different topics. So you'll see us talking about fatherhood, finances, entrepreneurship, relationships, community, sports, travel. You'll see us talking about friendship, and just a whole gambit of topics. But it'll be honestly uniquely from a male perspective. For us in our community. I think as I thought about getting ready to do more content this year, I really took a step back and wanted to think about what I think, our voice is. And we're unapologetic about being male, uber male, meaning we focus on things that are made for men, products that are made for men, things and activities that men would like. And it's not to shun women, but I think a lot of times we have to, really hone in on what's important to us so we can get better as men, so we could not only be better men in relationships with women or, relationships with another partner. Whatever that may be. But we always want to be the best version of ourselves, whatever that looks like for us. And a lot of times I think one of my fears is we're starting to let the world define what a good man is. And I think that's a very personal thing. I think that's as you go through life and you have experiences, and if you learn from those experiences and you get through those experiences through the grace of God, I don't know your own personal belief or anything. For me, it's, a lot of things. I got to this point strictly on grace and mercy. But I would be, really, really doing myself a disservice and God a disservice if I didn't go back and learn from that journey, because I think that is the thing that we can share is those trials and tribulations, those great times, those good events that you've experienced through life. From honestly my perspective as a man experiencing it, and I can share that with young men, who are going to go out in the world and have to find a way. And I know, as we are parents these days, and we're really good at trying to give our kids opportunities and more than we have. The one thing we have to let them, build up a bank of is experiences, their own, not with our lens, but with their lens. We use our lens to help them maybe understand what they're about to go through, and maybe even while they're in it, get through it and come out of it. But I want to make sure that we as a company, TCM Products, use this platform as an opportunity to talk life with men and a 360 perspective. So it's not, we're a grooming products company, so we'll definitely talk about grooming and what that means for a man, his self-image, his mental health, and honestly, how it helps in relationships, etc., from our perspective. But there are other things that people, not just men, but people deal with on a day-to-day basis that we have to start talking about, because one of the things I've come to learn is a lot of things in life would have been much easier if someone had shared an experience and gave me, even if I didn't take their advice to do it the way they wanted they did it, understanding that there is, a perspective of that what that experience may look like allows me to better navigate through the situation. And you know, I had some of that, as a young man. I think a lot of times in this society where our kids, especially young men, are spending their time gaming, you got to be they got to be forced to go hang out with the older men in their community. And I know a lot of times in this society we talk about the reasons why men are not present. I won't get into that on this conversation, but what I will say is a large percentage of the men I've known, um, even if they don't have kids, they're willing to pour into other to young men, in the right way to help them get ready for what the world is gonna put in front of them. And we all have to take advantage of that. You know, my son might not listen to me, but he might listen to my friends or their his uncles. Um, he, his grandfather, whoever is pouring into them. You got to let that happen. It's critical for young men because you can't be a man if you never seen one. And no man walking around here is perfect, but we all have a life of experiences and unique experiences that may be beneficial to those young men coming behind us, and we just got to figure out the right way to pass it on. I think a lot of times it's younger men are turned off by this because of how we deliver it as men, and I won't get into that. But what I will say is, um, if they understand, they learn the concept of respect and why they should respect certain men, older their elders, it becomes a little bit easier conversation. It ain't about what you do for them a lot of times. It's about them understanding what that person had to have gone through to be alive at this point in the life they must have had, and the experiences they have lived up until that point. um, so give me you an example. One of the things that I thought about this last couple of weeks is I had a death in the family, and we had to get prepared for the funeral. And my, as part of that process, you kind of lay out your clothes. Everybody's going to be wearing dark colors. And I was going to be wearing black shoes. And so I pulled my shoes out. They were dusty, kind of, wasn't shiny. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and shine my shoes. And I had to pause and think, wow, I learned how to shine my shoes from my dad, and then when I went in the military, how to do it even better than that. I was in the Air Force. I'm an Air Force veteran. My father was a Marine. Um, you know, the unique little small things, experiences that I mean, and these are things that not only young men but young women can learn, but especially young men. These are things that we learn how to do typically from another male. And they're small things, but they act like foundational building blocks for the character of a man and his moral compass. So, shining your own shoes, taking care of what you've been blessed with. Um, that's I know we live in a world where um, a lot of times the youth and where they're at in this, in their life, they want designers, they want to buy expensive things. That's the look they're going for. But I would say we all had periods of time in our life, and we all get to a point where we revert back to some of the core things we learned younger in our younger days, that were taught to us by people who cared about us. And you'll be surprised how many times, even if they're not actively using it today in their current life, they'll get to a point in life where that lesson comes out. Shiny shoes is one. I mean, for men, shaving is another. Uh, you know, I want to say that those type of little experiences, and there are a lot of them, for young men and for young women. from fathers and mothers, whoever teaches you. There are a lot of things that they need to be taught. But that's, there's some things that, and this is very, TCM is a men's grooming product line, and we are unapologetic about our focus on men and men things for men. And I do think personally that that's, things like learning how to shine shoes, learning how to shave, you know, learning how to go out in the world and give the proper respect to other individuals so that you will get the right respect that you deserve. All those things are critical core lessons to manhood. Some are more small, others are large. Others help build the character of that man that will help propel him to greater things later in life. Um, so you'll see us talk more and more about those type of things on this platform. Um, and like I said, TCM, we were kind of dark for a little bit. Not a good thing, but it happened. This year we got a lot of great things going on. Our product is being offered in CVS, select CVS's, and we're starting in Walmart in a select number of stores, as well as some other retailers that are going to be taking our brand, as well as more and more barbers and other professionals are starting to take interest in our brand. So we got a lot of good things going on. You'll see us doing a lot of events. Maybe in your market. We're going to get back out there coming. We're probably a year and a half removed from the pandemic, COVID pandemic scare. So you'll see us get back to the things that, kind of made us unique, and creating experiences with our brand for those men who are looking for products and, looking for things that we have to offer. We are going to be having a good time. We will definitely be going live and sharing content from each of those events. And you'll hear us definitely talking about in the future as we do more and more of these streaming videos and podcasts. You'll see us bring on, I'm going to bring on my friends, and we'll talk about topics that are very male oriented, and just, hear their perspective. My disclaimer is they're grown men, so I don't feel, I don't censor them. They have their opinions about things and I have mine about things, but I think the conversation is always a good thing. And you always see why, you should always be able to tell, from a man's friends, why they are his friend, loyalty being a lot of it, in a good way. And you'll see all that come through as we have these conversations, as well as we'll have other guests as well, about certain topics that we deem really important and fun, which is really what you'll see this platform become. So as we go from TCM Lemons to Lemonade to now TCM Talk, really more about broadening our perspective, our conversations around different things, and just sharing opinions and having conversations that may be beneficial to our community and young men and older men as well, just to keep those communication channels open so that we can all just have a platform to share. So wrapping up a little bit, once again, TCM Talk is what we're going to be moving forward with. I promise we will be more consistent and intentional about coming out and sharing with you. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, TCM Lifestyle. All our videos, even the past and present ones, will be there. You can also, feel free, we would love for you to join our text community as we ramp up and start offering new things, new products, and have new relationships with different retail outlets. We want you to be aware of that. We want you to actually be part of the community that maybe gets to test some of our new stuff, to tell us what you think and how we can improve it. So once again, send us a text, 404-737-0937, and let us know what that you want to be a part of our text community. We'd love to chat with you via text. And then finally, please feel free to follow us on IG and Facebook at TCM Collection, Pinterest at TCM Lifestyle, and as well as on, we're starting our TikTok page at TCM Lifestyle as well. Please follow us on social media. You'll see us putting out a lot of content, a lot of deals for products and things of that nature. So I don't want anyone to miss anything. So find a way to connect with us. We'll definitely try to connect with you. And if you see us in your area doing events, please reach out. I would love to invite you to something that we're doing so we can all have some fun. Once again, my name is Terry Armstrong. A shout out to my co-founder, my bro Rance. We're gonna have him on here soon as well. But once again, happy 2023. I hope the year started off to a great start for you this month, and I look forward to chatting with all you and sharing TCM thoughts via this platform, TCM Talks or TCM Man Code 101. We're still trying to work out what we wanted the brand identity to be for this platform, but we'll have it soon, and then you'll see us come out with more and more content. Thank you.